All right, everybody, come join Grava on this YouTube video. We're going to go explore Medellin with Toto. What's your real name, Toto?
My name is Juan Camilo.
Juan Camilo.
But I like to be called Toto because it's easier and shorter.
Yes, absolutely true. And we're with Turibikes, and I've done this tour before. This is a great way to go see the city. And if you watch the whole video, you're going to see the gringo crash his bicycle on the crosswalk. Luckily, the bicycle and the bicyclist were not injured during this video shoot. So stay tuned, watch Toto, and yeah, let's do it.
He was recording the best when all of this happened. That is the best video that you can get about Medellin. So guys, welcome to Medellin and welcome to Turibike.
Awesome. Okay, so we're outside the hotel. Getting a taxi or getting a ride in Latin America is very similar to the United States in regards to like Uber, but you don't use Uber when you're in like Latin America. You use, hola amigo. We use an app called Didi, which is kind of exactly the same as Uber. So download the Didi app, and it gives you the driver information, all that. So I'll try to show you here on my my phone. So basically, driver information there. You can see the little car coming to pick me up, and yeah. So waiting on my Didi, not my Uber. Okay, so I'm in my Didi taxi, and it's simple as that. Don't need to use Uber in LATAM, you use Didi in LATAM. So my taxi driver is simply, you can choose cash or put your credit card in, and it's really easy to use, just like Uber, but you use Didi. And he's taking me now to Turi Electric Bicycle Tour, so we're on our way. So we're starting our bicycle tour. We are with Turibikes. They have electric bikes, and I tell you, like, seeing a city on an electric bicycle is just really easy and accessible to anybody out there. So, and not only that, when you're on a bicycle, you get to see kind of like everything in the city, where if you're in a car, you're kind of stuck. You just don't get the full experience. So I'm riding with Turibikes in Medellin, and we're gonna go ahead and tour the area and see the sights by bicycle in Medellin. So follow along, here we go.
En 1616 había el primer resguardo indígena de este valle, por lo cual los españoles cuando llegaron.
Now we're in the farmer's market, and I love going to farmer's markets anywhere in the world because you really get to see kind of what's unique about the area. So, you know, like a US farmer's market, like here we have coffee, and then there's some different fruit drinks here. Now, the one thing that's true in all the farmer markets I've been to, like in Germany or the United States or in France or in Colombia, is there's fruit and vegetables local to the area, which is great, but what makes it unique is the food. The food is always different, you know. Here we have sausages, and you know, we have plants, you know, you can buy, and all the locals are there. Or we can get some, you know, the different types of fried food you may see at the farmer's market, like right here. And yeah, it's just really a unique experience. And then we had some architecture, some old architecture with some you know, plants and stuff growing around it. And then the Grava backpack. I took my Grava backpack, put it right on the back of the bicycle. I just disconnected the straps, put them on the inside of the shoulder straps, and it straps right. So on this bike tour, we're gonna have some traditional sugar cane with lemon, and it's actually so good. I love doing these bicycle tours because you get to experience like all the different things of the country. So let me show you the machine where they ground up the sugar cane itself, and then add lemon, and it's just mucho rico, as they say. So there's the sugar cane. It goes in the top of this machine here, grind it up. All the sugar juices come out, mix it up in water, and it's magnifica.
y cómo tomar un buen café. Este café por lo general son cafés locales de Colombia, bien sea el Huila, Tolima o Antioquia. Y para hablar de esa primera propiedad que es como el sabor, quiero que maten este y me digan qué les parece que es.
Chocolate.
Toto does a fantastic job in this tour. You know, we get to smell the beans. He does a really good job of explaining like the coffee regions in Colombia and how coffee is prepared. And it's a really hands-on interactive experience on our second stop of the tour. And the staff at the coffee place was really fantastic. They showed us how they make, you know, traditional coffee, pour it into the filter with the hot water ready, and then pouring it in, and then we get to taste actually, you know, the fresh brewed coffee. So in the cafe shop, we're going to try the fresh brewed coffee from the coffee machine. Oh, geez, man, it is wonderful. Wow, that is good. Just doing it that way, which I just showed in the video, it's just the coffee tastes so much better. Maybe it's because it's from Colombia, made in Colombia, and I'm drinking it in Colombia. Why it's so much better, I don't know, but it is good. So we did a market tour, then we did a coffee shop tour, which was amazing. The coffee is so much better, like at the coffee shop. I love it. Because they pour it, you know, in this the classic old filtration system, and it's really enjoyable. Now we're heading closer to like the central part of Medellin on the bike trail, and they have amazing bike trails the whole way, which is another thing I actually absolutely love. Check. Okay, I just did the most embarrassing thing. I think I got it on camera maybe. I crashed my bike on the bike tour. Oh, so embarrassing. The video is running, so So one of the things you see is like in the center area of Medellin, you see like this transformative, natural incorporation of things into the buildings. The nature, as we see here inside this building, is incorporated into the structure and the planning of the actual building, which is amazing to see. As we walk by this, you see these natural elements are growing inside the building itself. And so we have, you know, a shopping center here and great incorporation of like plants. This growing in the area. So you'll see this in quite a few buildings, in the government buildings, and really in Medellin, they're trying to like, you know, take that green route in their transformative process through textiles and through the textile manufacturing being eco-friendly, and then putting new buildings together and making sure they're kind of one with nature and things like that. It's really great to see. They're almost leading the world in trying to incorporate this natural aspect into their architecture. It was just amazing to see. So here on the tour, we're now at a pretty famous park
You can kind of hear the music in the background. There's a lot of musica being played out there. But after the death of Pablo Escobar, there was a big power vacuum in Medellin, or in Colombia in general. And there was a terrorist attack in this park when people were out dancing. It was awful, killed a lot of people. And they really never found out who did it, but we can see the statue here. They put an explosive in it and blew it up. But then, of course, doing the right thing, we recreated the statue, and the people in Medellin, they put it in the new statue. But they left the old one as a reminder of the terrorism attacks and what happened that day in Medellin. So again, amazing information you get when you go on a bike tour, things you would never see. I don't think I would ever find this place unless I was on this bicycle tour. So having a great time with Turibike so far. And actually, with my crash that I think I showed you, not hurt at all. It was kind of slow. I just front wheel slipped on some paint because the road's painted for the bike lane to go across. So unfortunate, but everything seems to be working. Thank goodness I didn't crash or break their bicycle. I felt horrible. Okay.
Chicos, bienvenidos al barrio Boston. Digamos que es el barrio de que cuando Medellín se gentrifica o se llena ya demasiado de personas y empieza a ser una zona netamente de negocios, empiezan a migrar para las zonas más altas. Y se llama el barrio Boston. ¿Listo? Recuerdan que al inicio les dije que se grabara en el nombre de un río. Sí. El río Aná. Exacto, que ahora es la quebrada Santa Elena. Todo el camino por el que subíamos en bicicleta solía ser el hermoso río. Por eso veían hermosos árboles al lado y lado, porque ese era el río. Pero lo decidieron asfaltar a mediados de los años 20 para comunicar fácilmente las ciudades.
Okay, so next stop we're at the Museo Casa de la Memoria. So it's a memorial museum because Colombia has quite the, it's got a history just like any other country. Political problems, wars, and massacres of people and things like that. And this is a depiction of the main river that runs through Medellin, which is Rio de Ana, I believe. And if you notice, like the one person up here, that is blood. So this is more of a memorial museum. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a look. But yeah, just another great stop along the bike tour here in Medellin, Colombia.
Inside the Memorial Museum, really we're looking at Colombia's like 60, 70 years of transformation from its violent past and its history, really, and its geographical regions. You can see, coastal region. Colombia is very unique. It has all these different regions, and that's kind of what it makes it so special, like the jungle, the beaches, the riverways, but really they're just remembering their violent past that they've had and how they've gotten to where they are today. Here we see a FARC military outpost assembly. So they have the radio running and some of the packs put in place because that was a big part of their history. And so you get that on display on the bottom floor. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and leave the memorial. And now we're making our way towards Centro. And I will always say it's just so surprising the bike pathways that you have in South America in most of these cities, really fantastic bike pathways to get around and a lot of people using them. And it's just a great way to get around the city. And I really wish we had more of these in the United States and it was more accessible. So Toto takes us to a historical church area with this wonderful, amazing water fountain. Really a peaceful park we got to visit. And Toto does a really good job of explaining the history behind the colonialism in Colombia, and then takes us to an amazing fruit place where we're gonna get a fruit smoothie. But now, let me tell you, the fruit smoothies, they're not really smoothies in Colombia. The Colombians do it a bit different. So I'm really kind of drinking and eating it with a spoon because they kind of make a smoothie, but they have chunks of fruit inside. and it's just a wonderful, wonderful drink. And they have many different types. And if you go to Colombia, I would always recommend trying different types of smoothies. They even have corn ones, which we didn't try on this one, but it's called shampoo. So now we're gonna head through Centro, which is the center area, the market area, and we're gonna make our way to Botero Park, which is Botero Square, which is a special place.
So the next stop, we're at Botero Square. Not really a park, just Botero Plaza, Botero Square. And we have this great architecture by a Danish architect back in the 1920s, 1930s. And it's really unique because you can see the different black and tan colored stones for this palace. Now it's a cultural palace that currently turned into like a cultural center. And the other unique thing about Botero Park is Botero is an artist who makes these unique sculptures and figures that are very unique. And he's a famous Colombian artist. And he actually donated, I think, all of this artwork for $1, as long as the government was going to build a art museum, which is located down the way. So let's take a look at Botero's individual unique art pieces.
Now we're heading out of Botero Square and through the crowded market streets of Centro. Now somebody on our crew actually got a flat, and here's a sped up version, but Toto actually changed the tire in like 5 or 6 minutes. He was really efficient changing that tire, and really a testament to his experience in changing tires. I don't know how many he's done, but he got us up and running really fast.
Porque tiene la primer vía al mar y el desarrollo de ferrocarriles. Esos ferrocarriles son el ferrocarril de Cisneros, que cruzando la calle al frente está la primera estación del tren de Medellín. Empieza a operar en 1929, pero para 1895, no sé si recuerdan esos ladrillos.
Sí.
El mismo arquitecto que desarrolló la Catedral Metropolitana desarrolla esto, contratado por Carlos Corolario Amador, que era un gran rico antioqueño y quería hacer de esto la zona comercial. Estos dos edificios funcionaban como hoteles, pero antes de que construyeran estos palitos que ustedes ven acá, había la primer plaza público de mercado de Medellín, que se llamaba la Plaza Cisneros. Y era la Plaza Cisneros porque Francisco Javier Cisneros era el ingeniero cubano que ayudó en el desarrollo del ferrocarril de Antioquia. ¿Y qué pasó con esta plaza? La gente venía de todos los pueblos de Antioquia, traía sus producticos, amanecía fines de semana y vendía en el mercado. Ojo, esta era la calle principal de Medellín, llamaba la calle Estrada, la calle más larga. Y en 1930 el mercado público sufre el primer incendio, se reconstruye la plaza y sigue funcionando. Después, en 1968, sufre el catastrófico final incendio que termina destruyendo toda la plaza.
All right, we are in Parque de Luces, or the Light Park. Here it's an amazing place to look at because we have all these structures in place where they used to have lights on top of them. And a really neat place to ride the bike around and take a look at. So yeah, take a look at this.
end our tour coming out of the Park of Lights and following along the park trail, just an amazing park near the canal system. And we took our time, and you can see all these benches and chairs where families can come and just sit and relax in the park with their dogs or their kids. And again, it's just an amazing place to see. We had an absolutely beautiful and amazing day on this bike tour. The bicycles worked great. The weather was fantastic. There was no rain, and we just got the full experience. Toto then takes us to a bridge overlooking the canal. And I have to say again, congratulations to Toto for doing such a fantastic job for us. Just really just showing his love for his city, his love for Medellin, and educating all of us on the major landmarks of Medellin, what makes Medellin so special, and absolutely enjoyed it. I think everybody should book a Turibike tour. I think it's one of the best e-bike tours I've done in South America, mostly because they have the greatest, I think, tour guides. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep following along for more adventures. Bye.